Hello everybody, I'm Hugh Smiley, creator of the Korason method for authentic voice and dialogue. This has been developing since I was a child on my grandparents' farm. I was really curious about the sound of my voice, and I'd go out into the meadows and lie on the ground, sing and scream, cry, make all kinds of weird and lovely sounds. The cows would sometimes come around. When I'd open my eyes, there'd be a semicircle of cows looking at me with great curiosity. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but I knew that certain sounds would make me excited. Other sounds would calm me down. Some sounds would make me sad. Other sounds would make me laugh. Sometimes I'd scare myself with the sounds that would come out. And so that was like the beginning when I was 6 or 8, 9, 10 years old. Then, as I grew up, there were, as in most households, certain communication problems, conflicts, things that were said that should not have been said, perhaps, other things that could have been said but were not said. And a part of me became also curious about that, how there could be better communication that would bring more ease and comfort and safety and joy. So through what I would call a missing experience, perhaps to some degree, even though there was lots of love and sharing, but I was needing a better communication. So part of me sort of went on a hunt for that for the rest of my life. How can we, with our human voices, create a better template for communicating our truth and our reality and listening, which is the other half of it. How can we listen better to what other people have to say? And today I notice that so many people are desperate to tell their story, but there's nobody to listen. So this method that has evolved, and I call the Korason method. Korason is actually a homonym, meaning it sounds the same as the Spanish word for heart, but it's spelled differently for marketing purposes. It's K-O-R-A-S-O-N, Korason. And it involves the word core, the core of our experience. It involves the word razón, which is reason. We have the heart and the head. It includes the word oración, which is in many languages means prayer, oratory. And it's a method that helps each of us go on a search for our authentic voice, the natural or true organic voice that we were born to use. Now, we may not be singers, but we're all speakers. We all talk and we listen. So if we can enhance our ability to speak and to hear more deeply, more authentically, then this in turn can lead to more ease in using our vocal apparatus and also better relations, enhanced relationships, personally, professionally. When I lived in South America among the native people, I was fortunate to be around people who used their voice in a very authentic way, people that lived in nature, spoke their indigenous languages, and some of them were healers and used their voice in chanting, actually, in their healing practices. I sort of assimilated a little bit of that along the way, and upon return to Canada, began to teach people how to find their own power chant, so what I called it in the beginning. At school, I studied Peace and Conflict Studies at University of Toronto, and Political Science and Economics at Dalhousie University. Also, as a youth, I studied music, the piano, theory, composition, and received the ARCT, Associate of the Royal Conservatory of Toronto. I am a psychotherapist and teach workshops in the Hakomi method of body-centered psychotherapy and mindfulness-based assisted self-study in Canada and around the world in different countries. And with the Korason method, which is my passion, is to help other people with this process of expressing one's truth with one's natural voice, physical voice. A certain system has been developed, a method and a training. So the course or the class offered here with the different lessons are part of that modality or that approach to learning, and it's very experiential. So there will be little bits of theory, explanation, and then there will be exercises where we practice together, and then you can practice on your own at home, perfecting the techniques. And these techniques, these are tools that can help you get more confidence, be more effective in your dialogues, your negotiations. There can even be physical benefits and anti-aging. It's very enlivening. When we use our true voice, it just feels so comfortable, and there's an ease that flows, and it's attractive to other people. So it helps us break through some of the barriers. So I invite you to join me in this journey. It's a method that's fairly simple to learn and very powerful to use. Some of you may have heard from the growing, flourishing science of neurobiology the term creating new neural pathways. Basically, even though some of our neurons may be fried through stress and use of drugs or whatever over the years, we've learned that we can create new neural pathways. There's a great potential for establishing and adapting the template of our nervous system and our brain so that we can continue learning and deepening and growing even at an advanced age. So these little short exercises that we'll be learning in the Korason method for authentic voice are really like little formulae which encompass very large, juicy narratives, but we compress them into a kind of a secret language that only we will know, but a language that has great reach, both far and deep as well as high, and we can observe the benefits almost immediately and apply those benefits into our everyday relationships. So hopefully you will tune in with me, and we'll go on this little journey together and bit by bit learn and practice some of these Korason method articulations that can make such a difference in our relationship and our communication.